Welcome to the Cash Official. Every country has its unique problem that they are facing. The US is notable for its gun-related crimes, whereas the UK is also noted for its knife and sharp object-related crimes. In this video I'm about to show you, the British actor Idris Elba is in a meeting with the Prime Minister and the King of UK. In this meeting, they are trying to deliberate on how they are going to solve sharp object and knife related crimes in the UK. If you don't know how serious this issue is, after you watch this video, I am going to take you through some statistics that shows even in 2024 how many crimes that was committed in relation to knife and sharp object related crimes, and it will bust your mind.
Thank you, Your Majesty, Prime Minister, for allowing us to convene again. And it has been a year where, in truth, there's been some amazing milestones. We've seen some things happen, and that's great. But there's also been a small rise in knife crime at the same time. Okay, and compared to the year before, that rising knife crime might be less than the year before, but there was still a rise. So we can't take our foot off the pedal. We have to stay focused. I think the positivity is really important to spread, and for members of the media that are here today, that is part of your job. I know that good news doesn't sell, but good news does inspire.
Listening to what works and doesn't work, that is absolutely critical, I think. After 50 years of the Prince's Trust, King's Trust, hopefully we do try to find out a little bit about that. But I think as a result of all this and everybody coming together, so many different organizations. There was a wonderful old Irishman I knew years ago who said that two sheep's heads are always better than one. And it's true, if you bring more people together who are involved in the same sort of field, then there's a great deal more you can achieve. So I'm enormously grateful to you all, and I look forward very much to seeing the actual progress on the ground, which would make a huge difference to so many parents' lives who otherwise they're devastated by the terrifying results of violent knife crime.
To the families of victims of knife crime, and I have to say, and I've said this to a number of people around the table personally, but I say it again, you are inspirational, and I mean that in the true sense of the word, inspiring people across the country, including me. I find it really humbling that people that have been through some of the most horrendous ordeals are able then somehow to turn that around and channel it into work to help other people that they will probably never meet and never know. And that is quite incredible. I often ask myself, because we've got a 17-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl, I often ask myself, how would I react? And I'm not sure I can say hand on heart that I would have the courage and resilience that you have to do what you do for other people. It is inspiring, it is humbling, and it inspires me and it inspires this government, which is why we're sitting around this table.
Thank you for making us stick at it. We're here.
We're making progress.
I know you've got a lot on your plate, but this is an anchor promise in the beginning and here we are.
Welcome back. You know, like I told you, this is a very serious issue that we are talking about right now. Okay, so I am going to take you through some statistics from last year, which is 2024, and it will bust your mind. It will also let you know how serious this issue is. And if you are moving to the UK for the first time, you should bear in mind that this is one of the critical issues even the government is trying to deal with. So you will be aware and you know how you're going to handle yourself, you know. So in the year ending March 2024, there were about 50,500 offenses involving a knife or sharp instrument in England and Wales, excluding Greater Manchester, according to the House of Commons Library. This represents a 4.4% increase compared to the previous year and a 2.8% decrease compared to the year 2019 and 2020. Okay, the figures shows a 4% rise in police recorded knife crime offenses up to June 2024, according to the Ben Kinsella Trust. A significant 13% increase in robberies involving a knife or sharp instruments was recorded compared to the previous year. There was a 3% decrease in the number of recorded offenses of possession of article with a blade or point. Knife-enabled crime has risen by 78% over the past decade, although the current levels are 3% lower than the previous pandemic period, ending the year 2020. Okay, London saw a total of 15,016 knives and sharp instrument offenses recorded by police in the year 2023 and 2024. In the year ending September 2024, there were 4,496 repeat possession offenses sentenced under Section 315 of the Sentencing Act 2020. The average sentence length for repeat offenders under Section 315 was 7.7 months, according to the UK government. It's important to note that these statistics represent a snapshot in time and do not capture the full picture of knife crime, including the impact of victims, communities. The statistics also highlight the complexity of the issue, with increase in some areas, robberies, and decrease in other, possession. So this is how serious, UK knife crime related issues are. About 50,500 offenses in 2024. So it's not something that it's a joke. It is something that the government itself is trying to find ways to make sure this menace comes to a stop. Okay, or they try to decrease this to the minimum level, because it looks like it is a national issue. It looks like it is so serious when you go to the UK. Okay, because hey, for about 10 good years, this battle, or you can even say this war, have been happening, and the government have not even found solution yet. And in each and every year, it looks like it keeps on increasing. Okay, so if you are finding yourself to the UK, then it looks like you must bear this in mind. Be very careful. Security, your safety, but it must be prioritized. You have to be in charge of your security. And the minimum, or the minimum jail sentence for anybody found guilty of knife crime or knife or sharp object related crime is 5 years in the UK. We are hoping that this meeting with Idris Elba and the King and the Prime Minister together will result to something positive, and we are hoping that solutions come up to kind of curb this menace, because hey, this is unacceptable. This is not what we want. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do like, keep your comment coming in. Also want to know if you have personally experienced or encountered such acts in the UK. Okay, thank you and stay tuned. Peace out.